The confirmed number of cases of the coronavirus in Los Angeles County today comes to 130,242. The confirmed number of deaths reaches 3,793. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is 726, with total confirmed deaths remaining at 51. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Rhiannon Trutanich. It's 2 p.m. on Saturday, July 11th. California's coronavirus watch list continues to grow now, with half of the state's counties on that list. The state set another record this week with the second highest single-day number of positive COVID-19 cases since the pandemic started. As of Friday, California had more than 4,500 new cases reported, raising the state's total to more than 302,000 confirmed cases of coronavirus infections and close to 6,900 deaths. Los Angeles County is also continuing to climb in case counts, pushing past 130,000 now. Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties account for nearly 70% of the state's reported cases. The newest counties to be added are Napa, San Benito, and Yolo. In an effort to stop the spread of coronavirus in state prisons, close to 8,000 inmates could be eligible for early release this year, with more than half of the releases expected to happen by the end of the month. California Governor Gavin Newsom announced nearly 2,400 prisoners have tested positive for the coronavirus, with at least 31 related deaths within California's 35 prisons. Initial early release candidates would come from those with 6 months or left to serve on their sentence, and anyone serving time for a violent or sex crimes or involved in domestic violence would not be eligible. The second group of prisoners who could be released early would have no more than a year left to serve, with the same eligibility rules applied. The California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation says this is necessary for the health and safety of the incarcerated population as well as the staff. Los Angeles County Department of Public Health continues to update its interactive digital dashboard to keep the public informed on the latest COVID-19 impacts. The new dashboard tracks not only daily case counts, but also data trends, locations and demographics, recovery metrics, testing positivity rates, deaths, hospitalization and hospital capacity, PPE supplies for healthcare workers, and much more. You can also subscribe to the latest COVID-19 updates emailed to you, as well as county news, by going to publichealth.lacounty.gov. Restrictions on Catholic funeral services and cemetery visits are now lifted in Los Angeles, Ventura, and Santa Barbara counties as of Friday. The Catholic cemeteries and mortuaries of the Archdiocese of Los Angeles announced that funeral services and cemetery visitations can resume as long as safety and distancing protocols are followed to limit the spread of COVID-19. In a letter to parishes of the Archdiocese of LA, funerals could resume at the Archdiocese's 6 mortuary chapels for the first time in nearly 4 months. The letter also said that public visitation hours at the Archdiocese's 11 cemeteries could return to their normal schedule, and graveside services at cemeteries could be held without limiting attendance as long as attendees follow social distancing measures. In compliance with public health orders, the church has amended its operation and procedures to be COVID compliant. The first set of restrictions were lifted in early May, but still limited graveside services to no more than 10 people. The new guidelines announced yesterday stated that each cemetery may still limit the number of cars allowed to enter at any time, and that visitors must wear face coverings at all times. The Texas Medical Association released a new chart that ranks activities on a 1 to 10 scale of which activities could pose the biggest risk of contracting COVID-19. The chart was put together by members of the Texas Medical Association COVID-19 Task Force and Committee on Infectious Diseases. Physicians were told to keep in mind whether an activity was done indoors or outdoors, how close the activity would put people next to one another, exposure time to others, likelihood of compliance with recommendations, and personal risk level. On that chart, activities have the lowest risk include getting takeout at a restaurant or playing tennis or going camping. Low to moderate risk activities include playing golf, going for a walk or bike ride with others, eating at a restaurant, or sitting in a doctor's waiting room or going to the library. Now, the highest risk of activities listed include eating at a buffet, working out at a gym, going to an amusement park, movie theater, large music concert, sports stadium, attending religious services with 500 people or more, and going to a bar. There are 15 doctors on the TMA COVID-19 task force, plus additional physicians on the Committee on Infectious Diseases. As public health officials work to get more contact tracing in place to slow the spread of COVID-19, criminals are trying to get in on the act, posing as contact tracers, hoping to steal your information. And federal officials say don't fall for it. The Justice Department issued a warning cautioning people about the new scams surfacing during the health crisis. While contact tracers may reach out by phone or email and ask things like, "Are you feeling sick?" or basic identifying questions, officials say they will never ask for your financial, health insurance, or Social Security information. Now, if you are diagnosed with COVID-19, a public health worker may call you to check in on your health, discuss who you've been in contact with, and ask where you spent time while you may have been infectious. You will also be asked to stay at home and self-isolate if you are not doing so already. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, there are close to 28,000 coronavirus contact tracers in the U.S., with more than 3 times that amount still needed. The CDC says they play a crucial role in preventing the spread of the virus and urge people to comply. With just a few days away from the extended tax filing deadline, the Internal Revenue Service is reminding the public that resources are available online to ensure filings are turned in on time. Due to COVID-19, the IRS pushed back the April 15th tax filing deadline to July 15th. Officials say the sooner you get your returns in, the better, to avoid penalties and interest. Now, if you need the help of a tax professional, make sure you have your W-2, 1099, and 1098 forms ready. And if you are itemizing and claiming a medical expense deduction, be sure to have copies of medical receipts as well. For those who can't file by the July 15th deadline, everyone is allowed to request an extension to file their return. For more information, head to irs.gov. Amid the coronavirus crisis, one organization shifted gears quickly, moving from in-person to online free tax assistance. The American Association of Retired Persons, or AARP, continues to offer their services to help Americans with filing taxes. The AARP Foundation Tax Aid, which is the nation's largest volunteer-based free tax preparation service, is providing free online tax prep assistance through its Tax Aid program right now up to the July 15th deadline. You can request the help of a volunteer coach in preparing your tax returns. Officials say the virtual method serves as an alternative option to the program's traditional in-person services. While Tax Aid provides free tax preparation and filing services to all taxpayers, many of their clients are over the age of 65. Volunteers are trained and IRS certified every year to ensure they understand the latest changes to the United States tax code. To find out more, head to aarp.org. Torrance seniors can also contact the city's senior hotline Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. at 310-320-5918. And staff can put you in touch with an AARP tax preparation volunteer. It was a busy and successful start to a new pilot program that launched last night in Torrance. The city, in partnership with the Downtown Torrance Association, will continue its outdoor dining program today and tomorrow. In an effort to help facilitate outdoor dining options, the Alfresco Dining program was created. This effort hopes to assist businesses impacted by the county's recent health orders temporarily banning indoor dining. The city drafted a plan to support local eateries to help shift their operations outdoors so they can continue to stay in business during the health crisis. Through the weekend, certain streets will be temporarily blocked off so that tables and chairs can be set up on Sartori Avenue between El Prado and Marcelina for a safe outdoor dining experience. So far, 9 restaurants in downtown Torrance will be participating in the pilot program, including Local Kitchen, Chato Tea Room, Madre, Capo Irafuni, La Capilla, Tortilla Cantina, Red Car Brewery, The Depot, and Miyabi Uni. The community is encouraged to visit local retailers in the neighborhood before or after you dine al fresco style and enjoy a summer stroll. Face masks are required in public and while waiting to get seated. The city's Community Development Department, Office of Economic Development, and the Downtown Torrance Association joined forces to offer a safe and compliant place to enjoy food from a number of favorite local eateries. City staff plans to continue supporting the program through September. Last night, City Cable's Hiba Samad gave us a first look on Facebook as she went live from downtown Torrance to see the alfresco style setup and talk to staff and restaurant owners about the experience. You can see yesterday's live videos on the city's Facebook page. Due to the health pandemic, National 7-Eleven Day won't be celebrated the way it normally is. The annual tradition started in 2002 when the company celebrated its 75th birthday by handing out free Slurpees to customers that day. It's now grown to become the company's busiest day of the year. But due to COVID-19, franchisees say they will hand out coupons for a free Slurpee to be redeemed anytime this month to customers who do not have the app. And those who do and are members of the 7 Rewards loyalty program should have already received a digital coupon. In a news release, 7-Eleven officials say this will help with physical distancing in stores for customers and employees. It also allows for customers to treat themselves to a free Slurpee when it's convenient for them. Company officials hope to eliminate the potential risk of overcrowding into the nation's largest chain of convenience stores. Starting this weekend, you'll be able to drop off household hazardous and electronic waste safely in Los Angeles County. The safe collection centers were scheduled to reopen this weekend after being closed since the start of the pandemic. Safe stands for solvents, automotive, flammables, and electronics. The free service is provided to Los Angeles County residents. Strict safety rules are in place due to COVID-19 concerns, and you may experience long wait times. If you stop at any of the centers, remain in the car at all times, wear a face covering, and materials must be in your unlocked trunk. Staff members will not open any car doors or enter your vehicle. They will be accepting motor oil and filters, paint and solvents, computers, televisions, cell phones, unused medicine, and household cleaning products, to name a few. Furniture, large appliances, ammunition, radioactive material, tires, and medical waste will not be taken just yet, along with business or commercial waste. The closest safe center to Torrance is in San Pedro on Gaffey Street and is open for another hour. For more information, head to lacitysan.org. The city's Community Services Department wants to remind residents that while enjoying the weekend, be mindful of the ongoing health crisis and remember that many restrictions are still in place to ensure the safety of the public. Park playgrounds, fields, and all amenities remain closed in Torrance. Large gatherings or parties, team sports, games, practices, or amplified sound are still not allowed, and only small household groups limited to 10 people or less are allowed at parks. Masks and social distancing must be observed. The county's public health officials recommend avoiding the 3 C's: crowded places, closed spaces, and close contact settings. If you're looking for a way to stay cool during the summer weeks, the Torrance Plunge is now open to the public. Due to the ongoing health crisis, in order to swim at the pool, you must make a reservation ahead of time. Staff says if you arrive at the pool without one, they can help you create an account and then pick a time slot on Sign Up Genius. This helps staff keep track of how many swimmers are in the pool at any given time and limits the number of swimmers allowed. Lap swim sessions are for 45 minutes with 1 person allowed per lane. Face coverings must be worn except while in the water, and temperature checks will be conducted prior to entry. COVID-19 related health screening questions will also be asked prior to being let in. Participants are asked to come dressed, ready to swim, as locker rooms remain closed. Swimmers should bring their own kickboards and any other swim accessories, as loaners will not be provided. To fast-track your entrance, have a printed waiver signed in advance ready to hand to the cashier. Weekend hours for the pool are from 9:30 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. until 11:15 a.m. To make a reservation, call 310-781-6900 7113 or go online to torranceca.gov. The weekend is here and we want to hear how you're spending your summer days. Whether it's a quiet night in or treating yourself to an alfresco style dinner, no matter how big or small your summer plans are, we want to see how you're capturing each summer moment of fun. Send us your photos, your packing checklist, itinerary, which dishes you enjoyed most at your favorite Torrance restaurant, all the while practicing social distancing and wearing your face masks. One Torrance family is enjoying the great outdoors without the hassle of getting on the road. The Leathers family shared this great photo of their backyard camping trip filled with a split log fire, roasted hot dogs and marshmallows, and even capping the night off with story time in the tent. Thanks, Nate, for sharing your great photos. We love seeing how the community is making the most of their summer. If you have a great story or photos to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share stories from our community, feel-good pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and reflect how Torrance truly cares. Employees at the popular Torrance Bakery in downtown Torrance received a special treat recently. Owner Kirk Rosberg and his wife wanted to thank their employees for continuing to work through the health pandemic and treated them to a special meal. They had an In-N-Out truck come to serve their famous burgers to Torrance Bakery staff members, and boy, was it a treat. It's always great to hear how employers show their appreciation to their members who keep their businesses operating. Here in Torrance, there's no shortage of great companies as we continue to see how Torrance businesses truly care. We love hearing these stories. Now, if you have a great one to share or just want to say hello, send us an email. We would love to hear from you. That's our update for COVID-19 today. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow at 2 p.m. as Christine Lee brings you the latest updates. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Staying home will slow the spread of COVID-19 and will without a doubt save lives. Critical things like food, pharmacies, laundromats, and more remain available. Those who work in health, food supply, and law enforcement will continue to perform their jobs. Programs like paid sick leave, unemployment, and others will also still continue. If you do leave home, keep 6 feet between you and others. We are all in this together. Learn more at covid19.ca.gov.
Hi, this is Ken Jung, and I just want to send all my thoughts, loves, and prayers to everyone affected with coronavirus, aka COVID-19, and just want to thank everybody for practicing social distancing, which is easy for me because I don't have any friends. But social distancing is 6 feet apart from everybody. Also, Dr. Sanjay Gupta said it best: behave as if you already have the virus. So behave as if you're already positive. Then what would you do? You would keep yourself socially isolated. You wouldn't want to infect anyone that you love or anyone around you. And that is social distancing, which is being 6 feet apart from everybody. And also go to the cdc.gov website. They have an amazing resources there. If you're ever concerned that you may have it, go to the symptom self-checker, and you can also look up symptoms for people who you love, not just you. So go to the cdc.gov website, stay informed, stay educated, and stay socially distant. Love you.